The Antarctic is not merely a place, it is a test, a vast, indifferent wilderness of ice and wind where life is an anomaly. We have often looked at the creatures who call this place home with a sense of amusement. We see the penguin, a flightless bird in a formal suit, and we project our own joy onto its clumsy waddle. We call them cute, we call them resilient. But behind the cinematic beauty of the frozen south lies a reality so harsh it defies human understanding. To be a penguin is to live in a state of constant, exhausting survival. Today, we step away from the cartoons and the caricatures. We go deep into the silence to witness the true, often heartbreaking story of the loneliest birds on Earth. In the mid-2000s, filmmaker Werner Herzog captured a moment that haunted the world. Amidst a colony of thousands of penguins heading toward the life-giving sea, one bird stopped. It didn't look confused. It didn't look lost. It simply stood still while its world rushed past. And then it did the unthinkable. It turned away from the ocean. It turned away from the colony. It began a long, solitary march toward the interior of the continent, toward the mountains of ice that lead to nowhere but death. Scientists call this a navigational error. They speak of magnetic fields and internal compasses, but as you watch that tiny black silhouette shrink against the infinite white, it feels like something else. It feels like a quiet surrender, a choice to walk into the silence rather than continue the endless, brutal cycle of the ice. It is a journey from which there is no return, a march toward a lonely, frozen peace. While some walk away, others endure a suffering that borders on the impossible. Consider the emperor penguin father. For over 60 days he stands in the heart of the Antarctic winter. He does not eat. He does not move. He balances a single egg on his feet, tucked beneath a warm fold of skin. He stands in blizzards where the wind screams at 200 kilometers per hour. He huddles with his brothers, shivering in a darkness that lasts for months. If he drops that egg for even a few seconds, the life inside is extinguished forever. He is a statue of flesh and bone, slowly starving to death to protect a future he hasn't even met yet. And the tragedy deepens when the mother does not return from the sea. The father is left holding a chick he can no longer feed, staring at a horizon that offers no hope. In this desert of ice, the greatest act of love is often met with the coldest indifference of nature. Our perception of penguins as innocent creatures is a relatively new one. In 1910, during the heroic age of exploration, biologist George Murray Levick witnessed behaviors in the penguin colonies that were so shocking, he suppressed his findings for over a century. He saw a society built on desperate theft and calculated aggression. He saw hooligan groups and a brutal hierarchy where the weak were pushed aside. He was so disturbed that he wrote his observations in Greek code to protect the public from the truth. But these birds are not evil. They are simply tired. They live in a world where every pebble is a treasure and every fish is a victory. The aggression we see is the direct result of a life lived on the absolute edge of existence. Beneath the tuxedo is a weary soul, fighting a war against the elements that it can never truly win. Evolution is a cruel master. To survive here, the penguin had to give up the sky. Their wings became flippers, their light bones became heavy anchors. They are prisoners of the gravity they once defied. They spend their lives in a permanent, agonizing squat, their long legs hidden behind layers of insulating fat. They have evolved to drink salt water, sneezing the stinging brine from their beaks, in a constant cycle of biological toil. They are high-performance machines, yes, but machines that are always running on empty. Every step on the ice is an expenditure of energy they cannot afford. Every swim is a gamble with the predators waiting in the deep. We want to believe that nature is a balance, a beautiful dance of life and death. But for the penguin, nature is a weight. So, the next time you see them, don't just see a bird that can't fly. See the father standing in the 2-month night. See the mother braving the leopard seals. And remember the wanderer, the one who saw the mountains and decided that the march was finally over. We watch them from our warm homes and find them charming. But the penguin doesn't ask for our charm. It doesn't ask for our pity. It only asks for the strength to take one more step on the ice. In the heart of the Antarctic, the truth is not found in the noise of the colony, but in the silence of the one who walked away.